Hi guys, back here with Casey. This is our final week of mock counseling sessions. Been through a lot, I feel. We've talked about a lot. There's some different issues we've talked about each week. Went over the same issues each week. One of our first sessions, we did a lot of talking about, she's got a throwing up issue going on. We did some stuff, or did some talking about school, life, just different things. We kind of talked about the same stuff throughout every interview, broke down the week before, and then followed up to kind of what she was going to have going on in the week coming up. Last week we talked a little bit about the fact that we were traveling, and how that affects, a schedule as, the life of a student athlete, stuff like that. We checked in to see how she was doing. Throwing up wise, I know she said that she struggled a little bit because she did throw up twice that week. So that was something that she hadn't been doing in a while, so that kind of was upsetting to her. Went in to talk a little bit about the future and kind of went over, if she'd heard back from any schools and where she was at on grad school. So this week, we're just going to kind of keep it simple again, kind of go over some things. Some of the same issues, see what else she's got going on, talk about we have an upcoming trip to Florida. We actually leave tonight. So kind of talk about that, just the daily life, with this being our last mock session, kind of see where she goes from here. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hi, Casey.
Hi, Alex.
So give me a little bit of a rundown of your last week.
Well, it was pretty much the same. It's been kind of hectic because we do leave, tonight for Florida, and so, we will be missing school, the next few days of school, and it's, midterms week. So, I had to turn in a few papers early and, take tests early, but so it's just been hectic in that way, and just, getting packed, doing laundry, and because we're gone for, a week, so it's just been a, hectic week, you could say.
I can definitely understand where that would be hectic for sure. So I know last week we talked about obviously being on the road and stuff like that. How were your games?
Good. We went 3 for 4. They were all really good games. It was a really fun weekend. It was just a good team weekend. Everyone got along. It's always fun winning, but it was fun just seeing everyone kind of click finally, and just being with everyone on the road and getting to spend time with teammates that you don't always get to spend time with, because I live with my roommates who are my teammates, but you don't always get to spend time with other teammates, so that was fun.
Yeah. I know you said you had to take on some tests and quizzes, a little bit earlier, turn in some homework. Outside of the interview, I know we talked a little bit about that you have a paper coming up in one of your classes, so tell me a little bit about your paper.
Well, my paper, one of my classes is about, it's program design for special populations. So basically we're creating exercise programs for people with with special needs and or different diseases. And so we just got done the first 8 weeks of the semester we're dealing with Parkinson's patients. So we went to the YMCA twice a week, and at first we did testing to see where they were at, and then there's this really cool program at the Y that they do, and it's called Rock Steady Boxing, and it's supposed to help the Parkinson's patients keep their mind moving and just staying active, because if they don't stay active, then their body kind of takes over, and it's hard for them to speak and move. So it was just cool. And then we had to run a class one time, and then at the end we'll go reevaluate them. So that was the first half of the class, and then now we have to write a paper on another population, and I'm doing obesity. So the paper is all about creating workout programs for obese patients, and talking about how they're not always as open to working out in gym situations because they're embarrassed and stuff. So it's all interesting to just see how different populations are affected and how you don't really think about that, and it's cool.
Well, the Parkinson's thing sounds super interesting, super cool. I know that isn't actually something that we've talked about a lot in our sessions, but I feel that like you're in a really good place to be done with that and now moving on into your paper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about the throwing up issue. Have you heard back from any doctors? How it's been over the past week and a half? Just some different things.
Mm-hmm. So I was doing better, and I was taking the medication they prescribed, and I don't think it really worked. So like once I ran out, I like kind of stopped taking it, and nothing's really changed. I mean, this past weekend I threw up a lot, or like this past into last weekend of the weekend. But this week I've been like since Monday I've been alright. It just kind of varies. Like my stomach does always hurt, and I've kind of learned to just kind of keep it down, if that makes sense. Kind of gross, but I don't know. I just kind of cope with it, and I need to call my doctor and see what they want me to do. But the worst part is probably like getting sores in my throat. Like my throat's always hurting, and like I get like red. They're like canker sores in my throat from puking, which sucks. And like I always have sore throat, and I sound hoarse all the time, which sucks. But it is what it is.
Yeah. I know it's a very hard thing, to handle, and it sounds like you do a really good job of, as much as you can, keeping your doctors updated on how you're doing or how things are working and stuff like that, and taking the necessary steps to try to kind of figure out what's going on. I know it's hard when, especially the doctors can't figure it out, so it's,
it's hard
frustrating for you.
It's hard too because like they're not always good at like getting back to me, or like it's kind of hard. It's like, what doctor do I call for this issue? Because there's so many different ones, and so it's kind of like playing phone tag and figuring out who to call and when to call this doctor, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that for sure. Let's move into talking a little bit about after school. Actually, let's talk a little bit about your Florida trip. I know you've got that upcoming. You play 8 games. Let's talk about just, the different things that you guys do in Florida.
Yeah, it's a super fun trip. I mean, it's long. It's a lot of softball. So, like, by the end, it is draining. But we'll fly down there. And, like, the first day, we kind of just spend, like, to ourselves because we've been traveling and stuff. And then we play, like, 2 days where we play 2 games each day. So, we'll play, like, 4 games. And then the third day is like our off day, so we get to go spend that with our families if they're down there, and go to the beach and just do like fun things. And then the next 2 days we're playing softball again, so we have 4 more games. But it's just fun to be in warm weather. I mean, it's freezing here, so looking forward to being in warm weather finally, and just being with my teammates and doing different activities with the team, and it should be fun.
I can understand that totally. Let's move into talking a little bit about, after school, we're closing in on the halfway of this semester, going to start our B semester classes, second half of the semester. Let's talk a little bit about graduation. I know you would have just signed up for that. A little bit about your program that we've talked somewhat about, if you've heard anything back there, and just kind of what you plan to do,
It is crazy. Like, everyone keeps saying, oh, we have 8 weeks left of school, and it's like, I feel like I was just a freshman yesterday. But I haven't heard back from one school, and then there's the one that I was talking about applying to. But this past week has been so crazy that I haven't really like got around to it. I'm hoping once spring break's over, I should have some time with like less homework and stuff to sit down and do the application and talk to the school just to like get like my name in the door, and hopefully that goes well. We'll see where that goes. If not, like I said last time, like I'll be happy to just go home and spend time with my family and kind of take the summer to see like where things are at and like what to do and the opportunities I have back home, because like I haven't been back home, so I haven't really looked into anything. So I think that's just like my next step after graduation, is to see what's out there.
I know you talked a little bit about going home and doing like some observation hours and some different things. Like that's a big thing with you, with like getting into grad school for you, is having those hours, to show that you have been doing things, you have been, kind of in a sense, studying under people, like knowing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear you say that you're pretty excited to go back home, be with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about like what you'll do when you're home.
Well, I have a pretty big family, and so like we're all super close. We normally spend a lot of time together, like aunts, uncles, cousins. I'm not really sure because I haven't been home without it being summer break or Christmas break, or it's kind of scary to know I'll be home and won't be back at school, but I don't know. I look forward to it. I mean, it'll suck like leaving my friends because we all live in like so sporadically throughout Illinois, so like we won't see each other all the time when we're used to being with each other every day, so that'll suck. But I don't know. I look forward to just spending time with them and hanging out.
Let's finish up with one last thing. I know you are going on vacation this summer with your family, 2 different places. So tell me a little bit about that and like what you're looking forward to most. I know a lot of it would probably just be spending time with your family, but
yeah, I'm excited. We don't, since like with softball and me like I normally played every summer, we never really got the opportunity to take like family vacations. It was always our family vacation was like softball tournaments and stuff. And so this is like the first year that my like entire family, like aunts, uncles included, we're going on a trip to Gulf Shores. So like that'll just be cool to spend a week with them. Hopefully no one kills each other. But and then like 2 weeks after that, it's kind of like graduation present, and like 2 of my other cousins are graduating. So it's kind of just like a big party for all of us. And then 2 weeks later, it's like a girls trip. It's like been on my bucket list to go to New York. So we're going there and just like seeing different shows and different things there, and hopefully it's fun.
That's very exciting. Well, as we finish up here, I just want to thank Casey for being a part of my 6-week mock counseling sessions. The whole goal of this wasn't to help give her, an answer to what she's got going on, but just to kind of be able to talk it out and give me some help on how, I interpret these things, like, or put them into, counseling sessions in general. So thank you for being part of my mock interviews.
Thank you.